Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. I'm back. I just wanted to let you guys know that if I look a little down, it's because I was literally about 25 seconds away from finishing a video before someone knocked on my room and popped in, and I got a whole conversation on audio, and I want to do this one shot, so I got to re-record this. I just lost about 8 minutes of my life for no reason. And it is what it is. Happens sometimes. But that being said, if you could do me a huge favor, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the good stuff. It really helps me out. You have no idea what it does for the channel. I just want to keep growing this, educating you guys on all these different things that I'm interested in, things that are going on with me, and so on. So that being said, we're gonna get into it. Really, just wanted to retouch base on what I was trying to talk about in my pre-recorded stuff that is now gonna go to waste. But really, I was talking about the progress that's been made this year and how grateful I am for it. We've come a really long way, and we've done it in such a small amount of time that it is really tremendous to realize like how far science has traveled to, especially in the medical world, to the point where the last time I was eligible for surgery, they were saying that I was gonna lose like vision, things like that. So I've already had surgery once, and we're looking for surgery again in January. And we were a little bit hesitant at first. At least I was hesitant when we first had this discussion with my surgeon. However, my family encouraged me to get it done. I think it's a good idea. Um, Now, obviously, after thinking about it, having time to think about it, you know, I personally, even though I've only had one episode since getting surgery, a couple months back. I'm still There's still the possibility that it happens again, and I cannot drive and take be my own transportation until I go a year without an episode that does not interfere with my mental awareness. So you know, I could be at that 11th month threshold if I don't get surgery, and then something could happen, and then I gotta restart all over again. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather just make sure that we get what we get. We get the unhealthy tissue, take it out. The possibility of that event happening goes to, extremely low percentage points, and, functioning as a normal adult. And at the same time, I would like to release the burden off of my family and put some weight on myself, give myself some responsibilities. I am at an age where I shouldn't be relying on my family to take me to all of this stuff that is being done. And I understand that, obviously there aren't really many other options. So I am very grateful for that. And that's another thing that I really wanted to touch on is like with through this whole time period, I've been super grateful to just be surrounded by a tremendous team of people, family and friends, as well as medical staff that have made this so much easier. And, I'm really grateful, especially around the holidays right now, spending time with family, to be in a situation where I am able to basically function 100%. And I'm going to go in, they're going to fix this problem, hopefully. And then after that, we don't have to worry about it. And then I'll be driving by the end of next year, possibly, which is huge. It's huge. You guys have no idea. Um, I will be able to do my own thing and not have to stress out my family about, you know, and stress myself out about how am I gonna get here, how am I gonna go there, or blah 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 is having a thing here while they want to do this thing, and it just makes it so much easier. It gives me options for work if I need to travel for work, um, as well as other things, leagues that aren't on the island but maybe in the city. Um, that's another thing that completely opens up options too. It's just it's an endless door that of options that really leads to basically anything that I'm looking forward to. And so yeah, I am really optimistic about that. And I am, like I said, truly grateful. I'm going into this new year knowing that I will be having a procedure done that is going to most likely fix this issue uh, at what I've been talking to my neurosurgeon about, basically indefinitely, which would be huge, 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 huge. Ever since I'm 5, I've been dealing with this. I'm going on 25 in the summer, so that would be almost 20 years of going through this struggle and being behind. We're finally ahead. I want to beat the living crap out of this thing, kick it out. Don't give it any more free real estate back here, take it out, that's it, and then be done with it. And then after that, be able to go to all these tournaments and leagues and all this other stuff that I love being a part of, meeting all of my friends and, just the network of people that I spend the majority of my time with. I'll give you an example. When I was in the hospital and had my last operation, I was laying in bed while there was a tournament going on upstate where, next year I could be able to go to that tournament with by myself. That'd be huge. That'd be so big. It is absolutely tremendous how big of a deal that is for me. And you guys may not understand, but if you do have driving restrictions, I'm sure you understand that. It is a huge deal. A lot of your independence comes from it. A lot of my friends don't live in Suffolk County. So I gotta go to Nassau, and that's hard. That's hard travel. I don't live near a train station. So I am really looking forward to this. We've done a lot of thinking and finally come to the conclusion that, listen, if you get to that 11-month threshold and then something happens and you reset, what are we doing? Then he pushes you back another year and you still got to get the surgery anyway. So just get it done, get it over with. And, then I'll miss a little bit of something that I enjoy. But in the long term, I will be able to enjoy it for the rest of my life, which is huge. Absolutely tremendous. Um, you know, if you guys appreciate me opening up a little bit more, especially after a long day of work, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It just lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. If you guys are interested in anything, my condition, questions like that, if you want me to make a video related to it, let me know in the comments, all that good stuff. And then with that being said, if you are trying to overcome an obstacle that feels insurmountable, know that you can do it, no matter what it is. You can fight, you can do it. There are great people that have overcome tremendous obstacles to do wonderful things. You can absolutely be one of those people. And so, like I always say, keep on fighting. Don't quit. I'm not quitting anytime soon. So, keep fighting with me. And with that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all very soon.